It's getting cold. On the table, you see a bowl of water. An old mirror hangs. The bed is comforting. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no, I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Of hell, an ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Sounds like you wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
That's how you say her name.
All right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
I think this. I do think he has feelings for her. Who had a live plan? She didn't play along. I do think that as well. I do think that as well. I don't think that.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
That's all right, Glenn. I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit.
Yeah, I heard that like the developers basically got fucked over and basically ran out of business, so there's not going to be anything coming from it.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
Oh, I'll antagonize him. I don't care.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
There's a court case. Interesting. Well, what was the company though? Is it like the parent company? Like the creator? Like, what about people underneath the creator? Is it like a Kojima thing? Like, what's going on?
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
I like Death Stranding too. That game was easy enough for me to play. ZA/. I don't know what that means.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Oh no, he's definitely compromised too. It's his hubris. Sadly, not much to do about it now.
Fantastic. So now you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
That's so fucked. That's such slimy capitalist shit.
Yeah, guys, we should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Estonian money schemes.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head. What kind of pro? Y'all saying she's a hooker?
No, he's not saying that. Forget about it.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs.
That's not very nice. Yeah, you'd think they'd see it coming, considering what the game was about.
Next time you see her, tell her Titus said,
Fuck on!
It won a bunch of awards too, right?
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
that lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Do you guys like work at any time?
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Oh, hell yeah.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure.
That's so cringe. You're right, they are striking.
Just remember, it's
I'm
about
stupid.
more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their...
Huh?
He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the wild north.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
Nope, I live in New York.
That's it.
I wake
That's
up around
the weak
midnight.
one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
You know, you got to remember my business partners in Australia, so it's a completely different time zone. So I adapted to like the Europe and Australian time zones.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Oh, got ya.
Shut up, Angus.
Me read? The only thing I read is government documents.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
4 a.m. or 4 in the afternoon? That would be 4 a.m. I'm
Dennis!
stupid, don't answer.
Stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31.
I
I've
read
got this under
cafeteria
control.
menus. Do you stay at your counter for 3 days petting a stuffed bird until somebody brings you a new one?
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
That's so nice.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions. He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this.
Am I the
They'll
girl?
probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know?
Jack
Not in a
has
fun
issues
way.
with fat phobia.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario,
Uh-huh.
only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus. We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
I was thinking that like the bullet hole was gonna be the peephole. Like she shot him there, and like that's what created the hole. But that makes sense too.
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess. The lieutenant gives a smile.
Me too. You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. Yeah, she wouldn't. She's fucked if she shows up on police radar.
Like fat people have issue with fat phobia. That's Jack.
They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that?
He gets
By
all
taking
huffy
your
and
mother?
puffy if we have to work before he goes to the gym.
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
Straight till the Syrian Revolution started.
I like that. Been
I'm
thinking
fat
the
now.
same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
That's not a real measurement.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away and became himself again. These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
Look, he sees a Zapata. Like his he heard me turn around. He was just sitting on that branch up there, and his like head was like sloping down because he can't fit his whole body on the branch he's on. British use like even weirder measurements. Like, what is a stone? I don't know.
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message. Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
Yeah, they do. You ever see Johnny Harris's coping video about why he'll never use metric? And it's like all because I'm a dad and my kid jumps and wants me to measure it, and I always use my feet to measure it. And it's like, really? That's your coping on why you're not going to switch to metric?
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her anyway. We're Hardy Boys, and that's it. Nope, you're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to. You do that. Hey, cop, before you go.
I know feet aren't universally. You have to watch the Johnny Harris metric video. It's so funny.
She, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
he was explaining at one point, all of it was measured off like King Henry. Like a yard was like his arm length or something. But then they stopped doing that.
Still,
I don't know.
After all this headache.
It's the mile that's stupid.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into
I
account.
didn't even know why they came up with the mile and why it's like the size that it is. But there's like reasons for like all the measurements. It's like for farmers and shit. Sometimes you gotta like, sometimes it's like another hour before the hunger fades. Who's gonna quit? Is her husband still not back? What the fuck?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Until you fix the traps. Fuck me. There's one left, isn't there? I'll go do it.
It's always good to see you.
Uh-huh. I knew you were the
Something in
murderer.
her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I understand. I didn't lie. Not a lot. I've done my
You lied a
absolute
lot.
best not to.
You lied a lot.
'Tis true, the lady hath tried to avoid falsehoods. Come on, she lied through her teeth, and you know it.
See, now his head's drooping down. He looks like he's just gonna fall off.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first. between you two, then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me out of the shit I'd gotten into. You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light. The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old, old world.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. I wish it did, but sadly, no. I have people after me, and they have friends in the moral intern. Some are moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked.
Why should I
For
believe
nothing.
you?
This
All you've done
murder
is
didn't
lie.
have anything to do with me.
Sure it didn't. All you've done is lie.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Yeah, my best friend, Kuno.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
It will be, because you're going downtown.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course. Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer, and it makes you sweat.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
Been there, done that.
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
Why not just make copies?
The job was Lewis County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewis conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Luskop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Laws cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
I'm lactose intolerant.
It is. Many people lost their jobs, not just C-suite,
Mm-hmm.
ordinary people.
Mm-hmm.
What I did to get to accounting,
Well, you could have just not done it.
a lot of people got hurt.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have done
But
it.
that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with.
I still
You're
don't
solving
believe
a
you.
murder.
I think you're lying.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
One of them killed themselves because of me.
Mm-hmm. How do I tell her that she should feel bad and demean her? Yes, okay, that's what I want. How do you live with yourself?
I don't. How do you live with yourself?
By not remembering a single goddamn thing.
That would do the trick, yes.
Haha. How the tables have turned.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
A kneeling position?
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her. A dark and indefinite wave.
Okay, so tell me how you killed him.
I knew he was dead.
Uh-huh, because you
Before
killed
he
him.
fell down on top of me.
Yeah. Sure he did.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor.
Mm-hmm. But you said he was. He even wore
He only
armor
had
to
his
bed.
boots on. I bit the pillow, not
Okay.
to scream. Then ran downstairs.
Uh-huh. Why? But there was a gunshot. Why would your scream matter?
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Mm-hmm. Because you fired it.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lying to you.
Yes, you are.
You may sometimes be bad at reading her, but this time, truly, she's telling you how it really went down.
I don't believe you, Brain. Shut up.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
Mm-hmm. Because you're the shooter.
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up.
If this is so
through the
traumatic of
blinds.
you, why didn't you, go
Blood
to a new
was coming
room?
from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little.
Mm-hmm.
He was still on the floor, slouched.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be there with him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further.
Yes, you can.
Not with... Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Who?
I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Who?
Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
No.
Still, there is something there. She won't tell you now.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Can I notice the tampering? And get different dialogue there?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what it does.
You know what it does.
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys.
Uh-huh.
I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times.
Uh-huh.
It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So, I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Glacia.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind
like
when
what?
assessing the distance of the shot.
What should I dump into?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand. A military weapon using jacketed ammunition. Now you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
She's getting scared now of you, the downstairs people, all of it.
There's a lot that aren't popping up. I mean,
did not kill him
you
to
tell me
defend
where to put him
myself
and I'll
from
put him
rape.
there.
I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor. I don't know. His friends have rifles. Maybe those psychos did it. Coalition military have rifles. I'm not a munitions expert, and I did not shoot him.
Hi.
She might have been a tad disingenuous when she avoided talking about the bullet in his head before. Look who's waking up from 1,000 years of sleep.
I've said I'm sorry. What more do you want me to say? I did my best not to lie. It didn't always work.
She simply shakes her head.
Like what? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Going above 8 is too much. Well, you didn't tell me soon enough. Your
I just
fault.
don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there. Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She nods. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality.
Shut up, Brain.
This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her. Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone.
I know.
She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
This bastion of willpower here, his watchmen have been sleeping too. You can be absolutely certain now. But he's coming around. A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
So you were affected, Kim. You lied to me saying I'm too gay to be affected.
What?
You heard me. Devil
What?
woman. Devil
What?
woman. Stop asking what. I won't have to repeat myself.
What?
I told you, devil woman.
What?
Oh my God, you're annoying.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers, but I am now.
No, you're not.
You sense a little hesitation there, or maybe even fear.
Just don't even tell me that
The
you're
stress
telling the
was on
truth
the
or that you're
wrong
lying. Just
syllable.
answer my fucking questions.
Welcome to the Wake Up Club, brother.
Devil woman.
What?
You heard me.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No, it's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline. It's Katarzyna Lazie.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranie. Alasie is my father's name. I haven't said it aloud in such a long time. That name.
She's filling dead air. Can't stand the silence.
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Where is it then?
Yes, they can, for lying. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
But I haven't done anything.
Yes, you killed
Anything
somebody.
legal.
You shot a guy, and then you tamper with the body. That's illegal. Mm-hmm. And you're lying.
Failure to aid a police investigation.
Also, you're a drug user.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Repeat now. Maybe you should have thought about that before you killed him.
I think I know who did it.
No.
I know who shot
Yeah, I think I
Landon.
know who did it too.
I know
You.
it wasn't me. Why would I do it?
You.
I have no motive.
You did.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too.
Yeah,
I
you're a
know,
murderer.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
You killed somebody.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink, and dance, wallowing in shit. You have those station calls, right?
Uh-huh.
Where I have to show up at the station or I'll be
Oh, yeah,
fugitive.
you're gonna do that, huh?
You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now.
I really hope Harry's just
Promise
sitting
I
here
won't
doing
go out
this to
anymore
her
at
face
night.
too, just
I'll
being
be
like,
right
"Oh
here.
yeah, I'm sure."
I know you can do that.
Uh-huh.
Just let me come in on
You
my
know what
own.
else I can do?
In 2 months. Or
2
maybe
months.
even 1 month.
Uh-huh.
That's all I need.
Uh-huh. Why? To get sober or something, or to run away?
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromise.
I know.
Definitely, sire.
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Ravishol.
There is desperation there in that silence.
Maybe Ravishol could be free. I could be tried in a free Ravishol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
The world can change. It's changed before.
Uh-huh. You think it's gonna change like in the next month?
Her political overture has succeeded, we see. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside, miss.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony.
Make sure you cuff her from
exposed below
behind
the rolled-up
uncomfortably.
sleeves of her
Properly.
jumpsuit.
She's a murderer.
Waiting for your teeth and talons to cut into.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself.
Oh my
and
God,
slow
you're
the extradition process.
You're
much as I
so
can.
compromised, bro. What are you doing?
It may be possible to stall it indefinitely.
No,
but you will
no,
be safer
Kim,
there
you
for the
put those
purposes of this
handcuffs on her
investigation.
right now.
I can do this on my own.
Oh
She's
my
not
God,
an
don't you talk
immediate
back
flight
to me,
risk.
mister.
See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs at the Whirling in Rags.
No,
Or outside your shack.
no. You're gonna be dead because she's gonna escape and kill you. Idiot.
As you look back, you think, so love did.
I was right.
do
She's a
it.
murderer.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The feels good, doesn't it?
Okay, game over. I win. Case solved. To run for breakfast. There's so Yeah, well, we'll see it. We'll see what happens after an interrogation under hot lights. What she'll say. She should have thought about that before she lied to me. Alright, where's this last trap? Far northeast of the Feld building. Hey, that guy's back. Is this one still here? Did I not touch this one already? What the hell? Come on, you can do it, pal. You can check it.
Nothing has changed about. A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but this must be the buoy. Ooh, hidden things. You lift the buoy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cord, it smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked. Primitive construction, but it does the job. There's something in there, splashing around. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out, some algae, and nothing else. Another identity misplaced. There must be some cosmic conspiracy afoot. The buoy continues to be mostly empty. No answers appear to you in the dirty seawater at the bottom of the buoy. Just the heavy smell of brine and silt and disappearance.
Zapata, why do you got a wiggle butt? Hey! Zapata! What's wrong, buddy? Why are you flicking?
You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time, though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? Aha! What not a lot of people know.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies. It's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, research and technological development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say,
so
they
I
were
hit this one
developing
before by
an ace up
mistake
their
instead of
sleeve.
this one.
I'm mixing
That's
my
what
metaphors
happened.
here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
On Discord?
Which is a feat of engineering, even to... Indeed.
Oops.
What?
The revolution!
Gross.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A wheel!
Pleasure wheel. What a weird way to call it that. Is that a term that they use in other places? I know.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to... Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm.
I don't even have Discord on my computer.
Already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
When it, I'll use Discord when we have enough of an audience that it matters.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team.
Wait, did he just say Womty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Womty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Womty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and...
The Womty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. In fact, I'm not. The Womty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. But of course, what else?
I mean, is there even a point to take this? can I even take it? There's still a plus up there, right? Can I still get to that plus? I think I'm full on thoughts anyway. Yeah, that's just a plus up there I can't access. Just decorative plus.
You pick up the
I
handset.
mean, there's no real point to
There's a
take it,
tone.
I
The
think.
machine is operable. Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite...
If I could go just 1 month without writing, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you, the call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001.
Do I need the art piece?
This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next 2 digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova. 414447.
What
The
if I don't
rotary
care
dial
about it?
feels cold from the sea air. 1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
Look at you, you sleepy guy.
Yes, 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away, a distant network of phones. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. You just do, and you know it is going to hurt. You can't. Some strange force is keeping the headset glued to your hand, your ear listening to the ring in the speaker. Calling.
I get it, you're calling.
calling still.
Oh my god.
Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
What's up? Trying to remember the name of something that I don't remember.
Who is this? What? Oh no. Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
Here it is. Check this out. You want to hear a dope song? Check this song out.
Oh no, not this. What time is it? Dora, who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you.
Dora the Explorer.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background.
No, no. It's you, isn't it? It's you. You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response. What are you doing to yourself right now? You need to stop, Harry. You'll die.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Yes, I'm in my rover. Sleeping. Oh no. Please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Okay. I'm doing it.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted, calling, calling. Put it down. Before it's too late, please.
I'm doing it.
Calling, 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 calling. It looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Come on, you know why. calling, calling.
Harry, please.
Phone hanging. Disconnect tone.
I'm doing it.
You dial the number. Calling, 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 and it didn't give you any fun for that money. Your hand is swelling up.
How'd I do? I didn't mean to punch it. I was just trying to get through the calling, and then I couldn't see, so... Oh, whale. Trap. Oh, trap. Oh, there it is over there.
It takes you a moment, but finally, the reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalks. Most of it melts quickly. The reeds seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust. No phasmid either, but still. Nothing. No traces of the locust or the Insulindian phasmid. What happened? The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others, like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. The reeds continue to hiss around you as you put the empty trap back on the ground. Time to consult the professionals, Morel and Lena.
Don't go that way. That'll get me stuck. Go this way.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I'm sure there is.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone.
Stop fighting. Stop fighting.
The
Don't fight
barbell
him.
waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You managed to hoist it off the ground,
Bro,
but the
that
barbell
was so
feels
close.
wobbly and dangerous. See? See? This maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
What is this thing? Is this the crowbar? Be nice to him. Why did I come in here? Oh, for the bear fridge. I wonder how frustrating this is to watch for somebody who like knows this game back and forth. Oh, come on, buddy. You got it.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. A friendly cut. The paper still smells of vanilla.
Oh, wait, that's right. They moved it out of the fridge. It's this one I need to open now, right? Or something.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank.
I'm a physical instrument. Hmm. It's one or the other, huh? I mean, this shirt is kind of cool.
This orange machine is dead
That's
still.
not bad.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. Your stomach grumbles. The fridge is cold, the cellar dark and humid. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it. Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a...
Gotta pick it up. I dozed off for a second because I have ADD. Look at how silly this thing I'm holding is. It's gigantic. Whoa, did I go in here before? It's over here. Nothing? This is just an extra side room? There must have been something here I got already. You can try both. Oh, both the filaments in the computer above. Mm-hmm. Hey, is that a bird? How come I can't get this bird for the weird guy? And we go up. We go up the stairs. Good job, Big Dick Mullen.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy? Good. Please repeat the password. No, that's not it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the... Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework, and it sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Marked by the devil itself. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. This must be the information Sauna is looking for. She knows how to make sense of it. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print key. The filament slides out of like a smooth draw. The filament slides. The speaker.
Good morning. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the... No.
Unbelievable.
Good. I've unlocked the product. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube arc with a quiet determination. The printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
That reminds me. What one of these do I want to get rid of? Actual art degree, right? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because, like, I pretty much hit all the orbs already, so... And what did I want? I wanted... This one? Wumpty Dumpty Dump? Wumpty Dumpty Dum. Oh, keep the slot? Okay, so don't... I mean, okay, so I won't... Don't do anything? Okay.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money.
I thought I was getting the thought for the ANCAP quest.
The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
Look at you two. Look at you two. Trying to pretend you're not sleepy.
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor. Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts. And a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches. It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account.
You gotta have vision.
They thought they could
You have to
bridge
know where
the
you're
gap
going.
with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. No, even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Sulisław Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it...
Epic. This is all being printed.
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? And that's it. Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day. When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Always read the terms of service. And let's face it, they didn't have any money left for a legal action. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached. S. Luukinen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore. So I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal. Her former colleagues would agree with you. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. 4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez.
Look at your little
They're right
hands.
though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting the frame, the filament slides out of its glowing nest. Caustic echo. Splat. Splatity splat, Harry. You know what that means? It means the shit has fallen off the stick, and it's bad again. You lost something, and it's not your gun. It's not your badge. It's not your uniform. You can find all of those things. No, the charred echo was left by the one thing you will never find again. Not even if you dive into the sea in search of it. It's the love of your life, Harry. The scent is everywhere. The sound is in everything. The alarm goes off at 3.
Okay, there's one more thing I want to do tonight. Okay, should I drop it? You just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I don't know what I'm doing. What's up, racist?
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into...
Hell yeah, 70 cents.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister...
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Oh my god. Oh wait, it's down the stairs that I get stuck on. I was like, oh my god, I did it. Here we go. And in here. Uh-huh. Then over here. Look at you, Pishi. You're so cute. You're so perfect.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. A tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often have the softest hearts. The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before?
Oh, when a poor baby, he cry.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, and as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened, and
You're getting open container. I don't want to hear it from you. I know you're very cute. Just want to pick you up and smush you and kiss you.
You're back
But
before
my
the cargo
allergies are already
container.
bad for me.
Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have, and as it's always.
Listen, what's your problem, bro?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not let, and as it's.
What's your problem, bro? What's your serious mental dysfunction, container?
You're back before the
It's
cargo
definitely
container.
happening this time. This time
Its
it's going to
drawer
open.
has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it's
Told
despite
you.
the dirt that surrounds and trails you. A beacon of light emerges from deep within you. The door stands silent. Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended.
My chinchilla's giving me
distorted,
anxiety because he's so cute. Look at him. He's giving me anxiety. He's just standing there looking at me. He's so cute. You're so perfect. Look at you with your little hands. Look at your little hands.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about it too hard.
It's just light bending.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you.
Canadian,
I
huh?
wasn't expecting visitors today.
Voice actor can't cover up that Canadian O.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, good sir? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time.
Okay, Obi-Wan
I don't
Kenobi.
meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Nope, I heard it. He said the way he said sorry, it was clearly Canadian.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois.
Why do you think the light's
Must
bending around him?
admit,
He's
the
Canadian.
name suits you very well. To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really. Precisely, Mr. Dubois. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism?
Hold on. Hang on.
Each other with bones.
Okay. Sorry to tell you, but liberalism has nothing to do with what you just said. It says nothing about, the capitalism and shit. Capitalism is not mentioned here. Doesn't say anything about economy, actually. Liberalism doesn't have anything to do with economy. It sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
A nightmare scenario, a world of slavery and violence.
Uh-huh.
Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital. It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
What do you mean? Are you talking about my chin? Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient
Oh, God.
is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual. The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998. Repeating, that's not good for you.
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? Never mind then. We'll just have to be on equal footing, geographically speaking. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls.
Oh my God.
Always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that. Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois. Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
He speaks from the heart. He has very different problems compared to low net worth individuals such as yourself. For example,
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that. Sure, let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this? That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
this is a proposal, not a question. These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, we should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
Thanks for... Welcome back, friend. What can I do for you?
If business planning were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
Go on. Yes. Hold on. Have we met before? No, on second thought, it couldn't have been you. Your idea reminds me of a group of young men who came to me a long time ago, calling themselves Fortress Accident. The name should have been a red flag. They pitched me and a handful of other investors on an idea for a role-playing game that would, in their words, change the world. Well, at first everything was rosy. The ideas were solid, but they were lacking in, how do I put it? They lacked the will to get things done. As their financial situation became more desperate, their ideas devolved from realistic to absolute insanity. We lost all of our money. High art types never deliver. They're only good for peddling Wilkins or whatever creeps they come up with. Sadly, when we got there, it was too late. The concept had run out of steam. Only dust remained. What I want to tell you is this. It's a very bad idea. Dead in the water. You seem like a reasonable man, but that is not a reasonable plan.
Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. We've all learned something today.
Absolutely not.
Stop embarrassing yourself. Pop a magnesium and calm down.
Welcome back, friend.
My money. I'm poor again. Let me back in. I want to be rich. Okay, sir. I'm just gonna live here now. With all the money. Right? That's what you are, the money man. I'm rich.